morning. Welcome to the celebration of nursing. Let us start today by congratulating the graduates of the Helen S. Breitigam School of Nursing and Public Health, class of 2021. Thank you. You can have a seat. I'd like to welcome and thank those of you here, both in person and virtually, who are family and friends of our soon-to-be graduates, for the love and support you have given them during their time here at Moravian College. There are others in this audience who also deserve our thanks and recognition, because without their support, we would not be here today. I want to thank the Moravian College administrators, the trustees, the staff, and of course, our friends of nursing. I must also extend my sincere thanks to my friends and colleagues, the faculty and staff of the School of Nursing and Public Health. Without your hard work, your dedication, and professional role modeling, this wonderful event would not be possible. This is my first time in my fairly new role as chairperson that I am able to address the May graduates. I want to first begin by wishing you all a very happy Nurses Week. Nurses Week is a time to honor and celebrate the art and science of nursing. A week certainly does not feel like enough time to celebrate our heroes this past year. During this past year, we have faced challenges affecting our personal lives that we could have never imagined and have certainly never encountered before. Supply shortages in grocery stores, closures of our favorite restaurants, limited access to services we took for granted, remote and hybrid learning, and constraints on family gatherings. Mother Nature also contributed in other unexpected ways, as well with floods, snow and ice storms, wildfires, and droughts. As we begin to see slight glimmers of hope in our future, we know what an emotionally exhausting year this has been for all of us, but particularly our nursing workforce. As many of you know, last year, 2020, was designated the year of the nurse and midwife to advance nurses' vital role in transforming healthcare around the world. It also honored the 200th anniversary of Florence Nightingale's birth. This designation has been extended to include 2021 in order to elevate the profession and ensure nurses are leading efforts to improve health and health care. This year's theme is Nurses, a Voice to Lead and a Vision for the Future in Healthcare. As students, PCAs, nurses, faculty, and administrators, I must say your dedication, passion, commitment, flexibility, and resilience has not gone unnoticed. At work, nurses encountered limitations on supplies. Personal protective equipment became a scarce resource. Patients testing positive for COVID-19 needed much higher levels of care, along with interventions from multiple professionals. Families lost their ability to be with their loved ones and were forced to have virtual electronic visits, adding to a nurse's responsibility. During end-of-life care, nurses became the patient's care provider and family support in place of their loved ones. After experiencing unending crisis, many healthcare workers chose to self-isolate from families to prevent exposing loved ones to the virus. But as always, nurses rose to those challenges, and you all continued your academic journey without pause. I understand the true grief you have experienced as you had thought about what your final year was supposed to be. The loss of social connections, faculty connections, traditional in-person celebrations, and even those milestone celebrations at the bars was certainly emotional. It remains difficult to comprehend that we will never return to a pre-pandemic normal. But I hope you can feel a sense of optimism and hope as we forge together towards our new destination. We will continue to reflect on all of our lessons learned, those things that worked and those things that did not. We now have multiple vaccines approved, and nurses are working hard in the dissemination of the vaccine, as well as educating those about the science surrounding the vaccine. We must keep pushing forward until we reach some semblance of normalcy, which is getting closer by the day. If 2020 has taught us anything, it is that we are all human, and we all have our own limits to what we can withstand. As nurses, we care for everyone around us, often neglecting our own needs. And in all honesty, the culture that glamorizes overworking ourselves must change. 2020 is a time to celebrate the efforts made by nurses everywhere to improve health conditions globally. Recognize and reflect upon the challenging conditions nurses face in practice, whether that be physical, emotional, or mental, and then take strides towards increasing and better caring for the existing nursing workforce. Today and this weekend, I want to share with you my feelings of inspiration as we get to celebrate all of your hard work and commitment to your education. I have listened to your nursing faculty share the amazing stories of the incredible difference you have already made in the lives of your patients through your research and personal care. Your resilience, your ability to adapt and persevere provides all of us with the hope that the future of healthcare is quite promising. I am confident your Moravian College educational experience has given you the tools you need to meet and exceed all of your professional goals. Nurses are doers. We have not and we will not give up or back down from the incredible challenges that face us in the future. The faculty at Moravian College has certainly seen this during your time here. So today, we are all here to celebrate your success and your resilience. And please know that the healthcare community cannot do this without you. We are all honored to be just a small part of that professional journey. Congratulations, class of 2021. We wish you a very bright and successful future. I now have the distinct pleasure of introducing to all of you the president of Moravian College, Dr. Brian Grigsby, who would like to share some remarks with you.
I'd like to first recognize Brian Oswald, chairman of the board, Dr. Honey Spencer, a trustee and fellow graduate of the class of 1990, go 90, and Janice Young, a trustee and board member who are here today. Wow, 1 year. Just think, last year we were closing the school and we were putting off the graduation of the class of 2020 by 1 month. We'll do it next month, we'll do it next month. Do you remember the emails going out when we were trying to figure out how this pandemic was going to take shape? And then we had the hard decision. We knew graduation wasn't going to happen, but then we had the hard decision on to open or not open. And the medical community at St. Luke's helped us to figure out the way to lean into this. And the nursing faculty and staff and public health at the college figured out a way we could safely do that. And so, unlike a lot of other colleges, we chose to meet our mission, to make sure that we could educate people safely. Every institution has risks. We do a football team, that's a risk. Opening up the college was a risk during a pandemic, but we relied on you, and particularly this nursing class and this nursing program. We relied on you to help us. I remember the first 3 days when we brought the freshmen back. It was a disaster. Nicole Lloyd said to me, if we're not closed in 10 days, I'll be amazed. Leah could tell you that I was called up by the hour to yell at the freshmen to put their masks back on. And all I hoped was the juniors and seniors would arrive, because the juniors and seniors knew the culture of Moravian, they knew how we supported each other, and the moment that they arrived, there was a possibility we could see this through, because the freshmen did not have any idea of that culture. And so you guys arrived on campus and everything fell lockstep and it was fine. But then nursing, and I want to go back to, which is the hallmark of Moravian education. You created the training tools that we all watched before we came back, so we were better prepared as an institution. And then you created a video of the life of a person who's going through COVID and going into quarantine and isolation, and it was one of the most viewed videos we had by our parents, so that they could see how we are caring and handling their children. This class will be forever special to me, the class of 2021, because we went through something together that a lot of other colleges chose that it was easier just not to do it, to close. So graduation is a very special time for me, and I get lots of it this year because I get 5 graduations, so it's nonstop graduation. But hoodings and pinnings are something different. and there's something that needs to be recognized as special. A hooding and a pinning is a moment where your faculty turn to you and say, we're now colleagues. It's a special moment to be identified by your faculty and be told that you are now colleagues, that it's not a one-up, one-down situation anymore. You are all practitioners in this field. And so today, your faculty will do that. They will recognize you as equal colleagues in the profession of nursing. Now, I put out one call for you, and I do this every year. Your faculty have done this, and members of this class need to do this. It's okay to take a couple weeks off after the NCLEX and recover, maybe 6 months, maybe a year, but at some point, I'm putting a charge for you to think about furthering your education to get a terminal degree in nursing, so that one day you can come back to your alma mater and teach the next generation. It won't happen unless you do it. And you can be as qualified as all their careers and focus on their family to get their terminal degrees so they could come back and teach. I put the call out for all of you to think about how you could possibly serve down the road in becoming part of the faculty at Moravian College in the nursing program. So with that, I am really happy for you guys. I know you gave up certain things. I know this wasn't easy. But you know we have that phrase, hound 'em, which means resilience, dedication, encouragement, grit. It's that when someone tells you you can't, you figure out the way that you can. Your class added a whole new level of definition to that term, hound 'em, this year. And you should be really proud of the mark you're leaving on an institution that's 279 years old. Because your class and all of you will be remembered for that. So congratulations. Congratulations to the parents and caregivers that are here. I know how excited you are. And thank you very much for everything you did this year for our students and for our school. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Grigsby, for those encouraging words. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Diane Husick, Dean of the School of Natural and Health Sciences. Dr. Husick.
Good morning, everyone. Congratulations to all the Spring 21 graduating nursing majors. In this audience, we have students who have chosen different paths in caregiving and health education at both the undergraduate and postgraduate levels. I love this time of year. I love these ceremonies where I can reflect on your accomplishments and the field you're about to enter. You have all been immersed in great programs here at Moravian with a common goal of joining one of the most noble professions. So besides congratulations, as Don said, Happy Nurses Week. Tomorrow is National Student Nurses Day, and although you'll be transitioning from student to graduate, I still think you can celebrate that special event as well. You've all worked very hard, whether you started at Moravian taking A&P or nursing chemistry, or if you joined for your postgraduate studies. Each of you share common experiences in your coursework, the Moravian program, which has the liberal arts embedded in it, great faculty, a wonderful facility, or great technology if you were online. And you share doing this work, as others have already mentioned, under extraordinary conditions. Over the past several semesters, you've had to do those studies under stress and uncertainty of a global pandemic, our own mumps outbreak, a year of racial tensions, violence, and death, And in a country that is sharply divided along political lines, views about vaccines, about science, and so many things. Some of you were working on the front lines of COVID as you were doing your studies. Your perseverance and success under these circumstances is important to acknowledge and to celebrate. Recently, a post on trustedhealth.com noted that American Nurses Associated, or ANA, has extended the year of nursing 2021 as Don noted. And we again want to use to highlight nurses are, have been, and will be in our society. 2021 is a time to celebrate efforts made by nurses everywhere to improve health conditions globally, recognize and reflect upon the challenging conditions nurses face in practice, whether they be physical, emotional, or mental, and then take strides towards increasing or better caring for the existing nursing workforce. As you know, over the past year, healthcare professionals were thrown into a crisis, circumstances that put nurses into the headlines as life-saving heroes on the front lines. Authors of a recent article from the American Journal of Medicine report that in intensive care units, 86% of patient care time is done by nurses, not by the doctors, but by nurses. We have all seen images on the nightly news of nurses holding the hands of patients, standing exhausted in crowded hospital hallways, and being cheered in city streets. Hero is often an overused term, but not when applied to nurses. So thank you for choosing such an important profession. In an impressive 19-year running streak, Americans have rated nurses as the #1 most ethical and honest profession. And this was from the Gallup poll of 2020. That poll revealed that 89% of Americans rated nurses' honesty and ethical standards as high or very high. Think about that. 89% of people agreeing on something in this country, that you are the most trusted professionals. You are about to join the ranks of professionals that are more trusted than physicians, college professors, clergy, and way more trusted than lawyers, governors, and members of Congress. The latter of which health issues, whether they were truly making a difference in the profession. The answer is yes. The American Nursing Association for the RN to BSN cohort, I noted that some of the graduates could be administering life immunizations as soon as the vaccine was approved. And at that time, we weren't sure when that was going to happen. But it was weeks later that we had our first vaccines, and some in this room, the faculty and some of you nurses, volunteered at some of the clinics. And so once again, I thank you for that. Now we need you, as highly trusted members of society, to educate and reassure the public that these shots are safe and extremely important, and that will help us return to a life that we all so miss. So use your position of trust wisely. Before closing, I wanted to share a poem that I came across. It's called I Speak for Nurses Worldwide by Audrey Jones, and it was published this past year in Doing the Rounds. Who in summer suns, under burning skies, holds hands of the dying despite the sores? Who in fog-gray mists of locked-up wards talk gently to the confused, the paranoid? Who unclip, clip, and check again the mystical noises of hospital gadgets? Who speak in soft-sounding ocean voices, soothing the secrets of unconscious minds? who in the rush of busy early mornings visit newborns and the homebound sick, who guard the cot sides of a fevered child, catching dragonflies by the garden pond, who tuck in safely an old lady she thinks she's picking the buttercups on her sheets. I speak for nurses worldwide who honor nurse heroines of their day, of any day. So I thank each and every one of you for making the decision to enter this profession of nursing, to work on the front lines, and to be the next cadre of heroes. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dean Husick. Great minds think alike. All right. The tradition of awarding a unique pin to program's graduates has a long history in nursing. Please be sure to read about the history of the nursing pin, which you will find in your program. And now I would like to introduce Dr. Donna Keeler, who will begin the graduates' pinning ceremony.
Each student and his or her designated pinners will be announced alphabetically. As your name is called, pinners, please come to the front of the hall using the aisle to my left. Refer to the left side of the hall. Oh, I'm reading. Can you tell? All right. Okay. So the graduates will receive a pin on a sash and a rose. Please give your sash to the person who will pin you. After your sash is applied, please return to your seat. All right, are we ready? All right. Student, Brooke Adams. Oh, whole row. Where's Janice? The whole row. The whole row. Brooke Adams, being pinned by her father, Greg Adams. Thank you to all my friends and family for the continuous love and support when going through nursing school. I would not be where I am today without you, without them, and I will strive to be as great of a nurse as my dad is. Emma Angle, being pinned by Mariana Fritas, the tennis coach. Thank you to everyone who has helped me make this happen. A big thanks to my family, friends, and Mariana, who have gotten me to this point to follow my dream. Thank you so much. Mary Angle, being pinned by Rachel Sloan. I would like to thank my family, friends, and faculty who have supported and encouraged myself throughout nursing school. I am thankful to have met so many future nurses throughout the process, and I hope to be as good of a nurse as Rachel one day. Erin Barry, being pinned by Don Scherenk Maurer. I wouldn't have gotten to where I am today without the support of my parents, nursing faculty, and friends. Mrs. Maurer has been like a second mom to me and has not only shown me how to be an amazing, caring nurse, but is also an amazing mother who gave me my best friend, and I will be forever grateful for them. And I cannot wait to continue our exciting journey as nurses together. Olivia Boyce, being pinned by her mother, Robin Boyce. I would like to thank my family and friends for their endless support and love throughout nursing school and for always pushing me to be better. I would also like to thank all of the nursing faculty and all of the clinical instructors I've had over the years who have always been there to encourage me and have a huge impact on the person I am today, as well as the nurse I am about to be. Danielle Burke, being pinned by her aunt, Christine Musnicki. There aren't enough words to describe how thankful I am to my family, friends, faculty, instructors, and everyone in between that has guided me through the last 4 incredible years. I've received so much love and encouragement, and I'm proud to have so many nurses that I can look up to because of my education at Moravian has shown me a lot about who I am, and I cannot wait to see where my nursing career will take me. Sarah Castle, being pinned by her mother, Jen Castle. I would like to thank my friends and family for the continuous love and support along my journey here at Moravian. I would also like to make a special shout out to my mom for always pushing me, supporting me, encouraging me throughout nursing school. Without her, I wouldn't be where I am today. Julia Coochie, being pinned by Maureen Griswold, her great aunt. I want to thank everyone who was with me during this difficult journey, especially my Aunt Marion, for inspiring me to become a nurse. I want to thank my family for their love and continuous support, especially my mom for always pushing me, my dad and brothers for always encouraging me, and my grandparents for their guidance and inspiration. I would also like to thank the friends I've made over the last 4 years who put up with the constant nurse talk and continue to motivate me to be the best nurse possible. May Dinas, being pinned by her mother, Cara Dinas. I want to thank my family for supporting my decision to go to Moravian, where I was able to continue my passion for athletics and pursue a career in a field I always knew I was going to love. I also always remember and appreciate all the friends I have met along this memorable journey. Casey Dowd, being pinned by her mother, Kimberly Dowd. Thank you to my entire family and friends for supporting me through these past 4 years. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for pushing me to be a better student, person, and nurse. Genevieve Eberly, being pinned by her mother, Kathy. I would like to thank my family, friends, and faculty for the abundant amount of support they have given me during my time at Moravian. I am thankful I get to share this moment with my mom, who pushes me to be a better version of myself every day. Corinne Frick, being pinned by her brother, Tyler Von Hummel. Thanks for being the crazy brother who always has my back. Without you, I would be lost in more things than I am now. You is smart, you is kind, you is important. I'm surprised they're still taking direction from me. I can't see that far away. All right. Shannon Gallo, in absentia. Nora Grimm, being pinned by her classmate. I can't see. Thank you to all those who have been here to support me through the challenges of the past 4 years and for helping to guide me where I need to be. A special thank you to Tim for being an amazing mentor, supporter, and role model, and for teaching me what being a nurse is all about. Erin Happel, being pinned by her mother, Christine. I would like to first thank my family and friends for the constant love and support throughout my nursing school journey. I also want to thank all of the nursing faculty for pushing me to reach my academic and career goals. Alexa Hicks, being pinned by her mother, Teresa. Thank you to my family, boyfriend, and friends for supporting me through this journey. I would not have been able to do this without all of you inspiring me and pushing me every day. I would also like to thank all my nursing professors for helping me become the nurse I am today. Sophia Hochfeld, being pinned by her mother, Carolyn. To my family and friends, especially my mother, siblings, godparents, and the Mesa family, thank you for supporting me throughout nursing school. I am immensely grateful, as this accomplishment would not have been possible without the endless love and encouragement that I've received. I am truly excited to begin my career as a nurse with my amazing support system behind me. Almira Hoxa, being pinned by her father, Anthony. I would like to thank my family, friends, and faculty for the continuous motivation and support throughout nursing school. I am truly grateful to have had the opportunity to pursue my dream of becoming a nurse. Alexa Romiak, being pinned by her sister, Rebecca. Beck, thank you for becoming my soul's best friend over the last few years. You have been my biggest motivation through some of the toughest times, and I can never express to you how thankful I am for that. I also want to thank my family for always pushing me to become the best person I am capable of becoming. Ashley Hutchinson, being pinned by her mother, Lisa. It's difficult to put in a few words how grateful I am to have called Moravian my home for the last 4 years, and to all the staff who have given me the tools to become a great nurse. I would also like to thank my family and friends who have supported me every step of the way, and I am so blessed to be sharing this moment with my mom, who has been my rock through everything and always believing in me. I'm excited to begin my career and wish the best of luck to the rest of my peers, who I know will be inspirational nurses. Brianna Imboden, being pinned by her father, Scott Baltz. Thank you to my family and friends for their support throughout nursing school and for their encouragement to achieve my goals. I would also like to thank the nursing faculty and clinical instructors who have provided me a wonderful educational experience here at Moravian. Brianna Keys, being pinned by her boyfriend, Ben Verana. I would like to thank my family and friends for the continuous support throughout nursing school. I wouldn't be where I am today without them. I would also like to thank the nursing faculty and clinical instructors for pushing me to achieve my goals. Hannah Maurer, being pinned by her mother, Dawn. These few words do little to express how grateful and blessed I am to be able to call you Mom. I would not be the person that I am today without your constant motivation and guidance. I am also beyond thankful for the unconditional love and support from all of my family, nursing faculty, and friends during my journey to become a nurse. Farouz Mehanawi, being pinned by Stephanie Piper, her friend. Penny, thank you for being a part of a very special day in my life. Thanks for your support. Thanks to my mom who watches me through Zoom, my family and all my friends, the faculty of nursing and all my instructors for helping me master my passion. And finally, a big thanks to my kids, the reason why I'm here today. I love you. Emily Middle, being pinned by her mother, Jill. I would like to thank my parents, especially my mom, for the consistent support and for always providing a helping hand whenever I needed. I would also like to thank the faculty and instructors at Moravian for the knowledge they have been willing to share with me and for always reassuring me that I can, in fact, achieve my goals. Allison Nicolosi, being pinned by her grandmother, Mary. I would like to thank my educators for everything they've taught me, both in nursing and in life. I hope to one day impact future nurses the way you've all impacted me. I would also like to thank my parents, coaches, teammates, and the rest of my friends and family for their constant support over the last 4 years, especially my grandmother, who's shown me the power of empathy and compassion for others. Natalie Novotny, being pinned by her mother, Carla. I would like to thank all of my family and friends for their endless love and support throughout the last 4 years, and for always pushing me to be the best version of myself. I would also like to thank the faculty of the nursing department and all of my clinical instructors for a wonderful educational experience, as I would not be where I am today without you all. Danielle Petrovic, being pinned by her mother, Gabrielle. I would like to thank my family and friends for their continuous love and support throughout nursing school and for always pushing me to do better. I would also like to thank the Moravian College Nursing Department and all of my clinical instructors for a wonderful educational experience. I would not be where I am today without all of them. Jordan Pfister, being pinned by Valerie Pfister. I would like to thank my parents for giving me the opportunity to go to Moravian and pursue my passion of wanting to become a nurse. You both believed in me and made me stronger as a person. Moravian has truly been my home for the past 4 years. I would also like to thank the instructors, faculty, and my peers for their unconditional support throughout these years who have believed in me and have seen me grow personally and professionally. Michaela Ryan, being pinned by her father, Donald. I am so grateful for the love and encouragement from my parents, my sister, Cecily, and my friend, Ashley, throughout the past 4 years of nursing school. They have been my biggest support and have helped me to become who I am today. Sonia Sophraport, being pinned by her mother, Susan. I would like to thank my family for all of their love and support. My parents and siblings, Mercedes, Remington, and Leah, are my biggest inspirations and motivators. I would not be here without them. Lindsay Shimkus, being pinned by Brenda Herzog, her godmother. I will never be able to thank my family enough for the sacrifices they have made to allow me the ability to pursue my dreams. For the faculty, staff, and incredible friends I have had the honor of working alongside over the past 4 years, thank you. I will cherish the relationships and memories I have made with each of you along this journey. Sophia Skiffington in absentia. Abby Stalker, being pinned by her mother, Gina. Thank you to both my parents for allowing me to attend Moravian and being my biggest support system through these past 4 years as I went through nursing school. Thank you for always pushing me to achieve my goals and believing that I truly would become a great nurse. Molly Talarico, being pinned by her mom, Kathy. Thank you to my mom and dad who have helped me grow into the person I am today. I could not have gotten to the point in my education without their support. I am extremely grateful to all of my friends and family as well as the faculty at Moravian for helping and encouraging me in my journey to become a nurse. Sarah Tanzash, being pinned by her father, Charles. I would like to thank my family and friends for their continuous love and support on my journey becoming a nurse. I would also like to thank the Moravian College Nursing Department and faculty for helping me to achieve my goals. Elise Tomaszewski, being pinned by her sister, Teresa. I would like to thank Teresa for always being my biggest supporter these past 4 years. And another thank you for my parents and other siblings for always being there to support me as well. Andrew Widener, being pinned by a coworker and mentor, Rebecca Ham. A huge thank you to my family and close friends for their support and always pushing me to be my best. Shout out to my fellow peers graduating alongside me. You've all made nursing school exciting and memorable. Rebecca has been my role model since I started working in the ER, and I couldn't be more appreciative of her guidance. Catherine Whitworth, being pinned by Eric Fry, her boyfriend. Thank you to my family, friends, faculty, and fellow nursing students for their constant support and encouragement throughout nursing school. I've learned so much at Moravian, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for all of us as nurses. Chanel Eunice, being pinned by her mother, Susan. I would like to thank my family and close friends for their continuous support throughout this nursing program, as I would not have been able to do it without them. I would also like to thank the nursing professors and clinical instructors at Moravian for their continuous encouragement and always believing in me. Nicole Zangara, being pinned by clinical instructor Heather Assisi. Heather is my first role model during my journey through nursing school, and I am so happy she is here to see me finish it out. I am grateful for all the help and support from professors and my family being along for the journey as I become a nurse. Our next group of students are our RN to BS graduates. Omu Koulibaly, being pinned by her husband, Bruce Whitehouse. I want to thank my family, Bruce, Rokia, and Zachary for their support and patience while I was working on this degree. I deeply appreciate the support of the nursing faculty and my classmates. Kayla Henninger, being pinned by her mother. Thank you, Mom, for always supporting me, 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 always supporting me. Thank you for all your love and support, especially during 2020. I couldn't have done it without you, and no one deserves to share this moment with me more than you. Our next group of students are MSN students. Heather Assisi, being pinned by her husband, Kyle. Thank you for all the support you have given me and our children these past few years. You have been the rock I needed in order to get where I am today, and I am forever grateful. Laura Bader, being pinned by her husband, Alan. When I started out on this MSN journey, it was to simply get out of the trenches in the OR, but in the end, I found myself to be the better leader, better role model for staff, and better nurse. The encouragement, patience, and much-needed support of my family, professors, and Moravian College made this challenging journey less daunting. Kristen Craig, being pinned by her father, Jeff. Dad, all I can say is, wow, what a journey it has been to get here. There's no way that I could have gotten here without the love, support, and encouragement of you, Mom, and Nate. I love you and thank you for everything. Kelly Curto, being pinned by her husband, Scott. Scott, thank you for all your love and support which have made this degree possible. I could not have done this without you. Gina Day, being pinned by her daughter, Erin. To my baby girl, thank you for giving me the motivation to be successful. You always had my back. I am so thankful that I had you right next to me on this journey. Love you more, Mom. Valentina Damaska, being pinned by her mother, Diane. I want to thank my family for all the love and support through my nursing journey, for becoming a nurse to a nurse practitioner. I couldn't have done it without them. I love you all. Erin Hanford, being pinned by her daughter, Elena. Thank you for being so patient and understanding, accompanied to many study sessions and classes, being the best simulated patient, and most of all, for being my biggest inspiration. I love you, and I hope to be an example that anything is possible if you work hard enough. Alexis Heisler, being pinned by her husband, Kyle Stenlake. I want to thank God for always guiding me, and I would like to thank my family for always encouraging me. Specifically, I want to thank my husband for always believing in me. I could not have done this without you. Andrea Lippensell, being pinned by her husband, Robert. I would like to thank my husband, Robert, my son, Gavin, and my family who have fully supported me throughout the years. They have been my motivation, and I am forever grateful to all of them. Tiffany Peterson, being pinned by her son, Curtis. I hope I've shown you that if you work hard, you'll be able to go far in life. I'm proud to be your mom and look forward to watching you achieve your goals. Nacha Rovatana, being pinned by her friend, Nuka Coverwood Kruwang. No, I didn't say that right. Thank you to my family and friends who always supported me in every way as I dedicated myself to nursing and the care of others. More importantly, a huge thank you to Erin and Dr. Smith, who always go beyond and above to make sure I succeed in my dream career. Jamie Rose, being pinned by Kelly Wakeman. I would like to thank Kelly and my two sons, Jared and Ryan, for supporting me and giving me the strength to pursue my master's degree. Love you all so much. Laurie Rutt, being pinned by Jeff Rutt. I would like to thank my husband, Jeff, my mom, and my family for their continued love, support, and encouragement they have given me, making it possible for me to succeed. I could not have done this without all of you. Love you all. Abigail Laura Silfies, being pinned by her mother, Kathy. Mom, thank you for the support and encouragement all throughout my nursing career. You have helped me become the strong and caring person I am today. Angela Spurlock, being pinned by her husband, John. I would like to thank my husband, John. I would not have been able to do it without the love and support you've shown during my schooling, especially this last clinical year. I would also like to thank my family for their encouragement during this time. I love you all. Natalia Tiganova, being pinned by her husband, Ilya. I want to thank everyone who believed in me and got me here, my teachers, my working team, and my family. A special thanks to my lovely son, Dimitri, who inspired me to stay in this path, and to my husband, Ilya, for his continuous support. Tanya Woboriski, being pinned by her husband, Ronald. Time I'm going to ask all graduates to stand. I will of my profession. I will hold in confidence my family affairs coming to my knowledge. Let me see. And I invite him to share the collective voice of the graduates.
Good morning, President Grigsby, Dr. Husick, Dr. Goodoff, Dr. Cheever, Reverend Borger, faculty, classmates, family, and guests. I want to start off by saying thank you to everyone by telling you a story about my first day at Moravian. As a transfer student from Northampton College, I was over the moon excited to find out that my very first class was holistic assessment with the one and only. As I walked into the classroom, amongst roughly 40 of these ladies before me. After my The next day was my first clinical day, where I got acquainted with other students that also had. At lunch, a group of students swiped me into the stars. In fact, this is a great example of how our class is as a whole. Here, pre-COVID, of course, I've crashed in many dorms in between. I remember the night before our first clinical practicum. Anxiety was always, do not worry, you will all be alive and well at the end. Prior to COVID, and it still is, except now, unfortunately, we have to see each other through computers. Our class has proved that we are resilient, strong, and can. The roadblock that we faced as a class was when we were pulled out of our clinicals in the fall junior year outbreak. After bouncing Unfortunately, we were taken out of both clinicals and classes, as everyone knows, due to COVID. Who found love for Zoom? Just kidding. For one, all of our professors were always understanding. They always did their best to find new ways to interact with us and keep us involved. Who else remembers? Along with our teachers being supportive of us, as a class, we came together and made the best out of the past 3. example would be the class video we made, pulling random things out of the fridge. Some of you may be confused by this, but those who know, know. And again, that's what makes our class so special, and these are the things that I will never forget. Coming together as one, being resilient, and never giving up is what drove us to be sitting in the seats we are in today. Whether I know that all my fellow nursing friends and professors had my back, like my first clinical day senior fall semester when I woke up at 7:30. Although I am a commuter student and only been on campus a handful of times since this all begun, I still have the sense that I am part of Moravian due to our class alone. Regardless of what time of day, I feel I can reach out to someone from our class, whether it be for a chat on the phone, help with an assignment, or to call freaking out about our next test. For me at least, COVID gave me a new sense of enjoyment when coming to campus because I get excited to see all my friends and not just on a computer screen. Being a Moravian graduate holds a lot of weight, especially in the healthcare setting. Moravian produces the most top-notch nurses, and a lot of people such as patients, providers, and other nurses will attest to that. I know our class alone will contribute to a positive work atmosphere and change the lives for our patients day in and out. A good number of our class already has jobs lined up at local hospitals such as St. Luke's or other healthcare facilities near their residence. At the end of the day, everyone from Moravian Nursing Class of 2021 will go out to do great things, and I consider each and every one of you my lifelong friend. Before I pass over the microphone, I just want to give a big shout out to all of the Moravian College faculty and staff. Without all of you, this college would not be functioning as smoothly as it is. I would also like to shout out to all my professors and clinical instructors who, again, mentored us and watched us grow into the healthcare professionals we are quickly becoming. Not going to lie, it's a little surreal standing here in front of everyone. I never thought of myself as an outgoing person until Moravian, and I couldn't be more thankful of everyone that made my experience here so great. Thank you all.
Now it's my pleasure to introduce Karen King, who will be the speaker for the RN to BSN program. Karen has been selected to represent the class on this occasion, and I invite her to share the collective voice.
Good morning, President Grigsby, Dr. Husick, Dr. Goodoff, Reverend Borger, faculty, classmates, family, and guests. My name is Karen King Wells. It's my honor to be standing in front of all of you in celebration of our accomplishments. What an absolute honor and pleasure this is. I do not know all of you personally, and I'm sorry that the pandemic tried to take away our year of learning. We have all persevered during this pandemic, some unscathed, while some became parents, husbands, wives, or lost a loved one. Despite all of the challenges with completing nursing school during this tumultuous time, we have accomplished our goals in completing Moravian's college nursing degree. We work diligently, feverishly to succeed during such times. Succeed we have. This is just the beginning as we continue to pursue other endeavors and continuing on to graduate school, specialties, stay in our current roles. Either or way, whichever path you take, the love and support of your family as well as new and old friends will continue to be a pillar of never-ending encouragement. We've been through one of the most difficult years in history while completing our degree. 2020 is a year that won't be forgotten. During this pandemic, we learned what we were made of, and now our professors, family, and friends know what we're made of. We're made of courage. We've accomplished our goals, but it wasn't without its challenges, sleepless nights, or meltdowns. I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm still in awe that I've made it past 2020 with my health and degree. Not every student made it out without being affected, so let's keep them in our prayers. So I'm proud of this graduating class for withstanding all the challenges we face during such times. We've graduated who've worked tirelessly through exams, quizzes, group projects, and clinicals. I've had the privilege of working in groups with some of you and learned a great deal. I've gained some of you as lifelong friends along the way. Their dedication, professionalism, and commitment was a breath of fresh air. It wasn't easy going from a physical class to learning remotely for me. I was scared of the changes. But after careful consideration, such as time saved on my commute, is now family time. I want to leave you with a few words. Nursing is a profession that's regarded as one of the most trusted. We stand for honesty and a set of ethical standards that our community expects us to uphold. In essence, we hold a great deal of power that comes with an even greater responsibility to all we encounter. We hold the lives of patients during their best times, during a birth, or worst time of death. It's within that moment that you can alter a patient's life, forever including your own. Choose your words carefully and mind your actions, as it may be your words that comfort them or scar them for life. I say all of this to say we have worked very hard to climb ladders in order to reach our Plymouth Rock. Finally, please take care of yourselves and each other, and anything I've learned over the past year is to give myself some credit and take a break. On behalf of the graduating class, thank you to our family and friends for the unwavering support. Thank you for also understanding when we had to study instead of having dinner, movies, or have other conversations you so desperately wanted to have. Congratulations, graduating class, we did it.
Heather Assisi, MSN program graduate, has been selected to represent the class on this occasion, and I invite her to share the collective voice of the graduates of the MS program.
Good morning, President Grigsby, Dr. Husick, Dr. Goodoff, Reverend Borger, faculty, classmates, family, and guests. I would like to start by having all of you close your eyes for just a brief moment. With your eyes closed, I want you to take a deep breath and think about where you were 3 to 4 years ago. Some of you are recent graduates from high school with the crazy dream to become a nurse. You wanted to be able to provide care for someone at their weakest moments in life. You sought out this opportunity by becoming a Moravian College nursing student and dedicated the next 4 years to your nursing education. On the other hand, some of you were already working as those nurses and developed the thought of progressing in your career with either your bachelor's or master's degree. You were unsure if this was feasible, considering you were working full-time and taking care of your own children and families. I know I was. And the decision to return to school was definitely not an easy one, but we did it, and here we are. Take one more deep breath and open your eyes. No matter where we were in life, we all had the drive to make ourselves a better person, and dedicate our lives to serving others. I have been in previous graduate classes with some of you, where we discussed the impacts that we made on our patients, their families, and our own coworkers. We've spent nonstop hours trying to finish papers and exams while working our full-time jobs and our crazy schedules. On top of that, some of you also experienced working through our very first pandemic together, COVID-19. This was a scary time, but we have all prevailed, and here we are today. Adding those 3 little letters after our names, MSN, ensure that our opportunities are endless. Some of you will continue to take care of those patients, just with a lot more autonomy than before. Some of you will manage a department of nurses who are taking care of those patients. And some of you, like myself, will educate those nurses who are taking care of their patients. In each of these scenarios, you will be a leader in healthcare and will continue to take our time taking care of others. For those of you who are becoming nurses and entering into our wonderful profession, I would like to say welcome and Happy Nurses Week. I've had the blessing of being able to teach some of you throughout the past few years, and I couldn't be any prouder. Being able to see some of you walk onto your very first clinical unit was such an exciting time in my life, but yours as well. I've also had clinical with some of you via Zoom, where we made the best of what we could, that's for sure. Some days are better than others, but at least most of you crawled out of bed and talked to me that early in the morning. Now I get to see you graduate into the wonderful nurses I know you will become. Being an educator, this is such a wonderful highlight in my career. You all have entered into such an amazing profession, and your opportunities are endless as well. I've told you before, and I will tell you again, you haven't gotten rid of me just yet. In these coming months, I will get to see some of you start your career, and I want to hear from the rest of you. I hope you find nursing as much of a rewarding profession as the rest of us do in this room. Some days will definitely be better than others, but you are finally that nurse that you sought out to be. In my opinion, no one truly understands what we do unless they're a nurse themselves. I remember each day and each new nursing position that I had, from taking care of my first patient in the emergency department to teaching my first class as an educator and being able to share my passion for the profession. To me, that's what a nurse educator is supposed to do. I may not be assisting in patient care as much as I used to, but I'm able to mentor all of you into your new career path. That's what makes mine well worth it. These years have definitely come and gone, and I realize now how fortunate I am to be able to do what I do. I would like to share a quote written by Rossi Williams. It reads, "To do what nobody else will do in a way that nobody else can do, in spite of all we go through. That is what it is to be a nurse." Our education career at Moravian College has helped prepare us to do what nobody else will do. No matter what path we choose to take, realize that resiliency is our key to success. As nurses, we need to be prepared for anything. We must know a lot about everything, and we must put our best foot forward, moving continuously as we provide high-quality care to our patients. Now, while you're seated, take a look to your left and take a look to your right. These fellow classmates have been here on this journey with us. No matter where we end up, we have endless possibilities in this room just alone. When we leave here today, be able to thank everyone who has been on our side throughout this entire ride. Just as we support our patients, we also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have to support and take care of ourselves. We also have So I'm coming to work. It is such a pleasure. Next, I need to thank my coworkers from St. Luke's University Health Network. Without their mentorship, I would be lost. In my current position there, I'm the emergency nurse internship coordinator and the network ED educator. I never would have thought in a million years that I would be here today. I am so thankful to have such a great support team that I work with every day. I would also like to thank my previous students, some of whom in this room, or maybe others watching virtually, who have been a part of my path to become a nurse educator. A group of the undergraduate students sitting here before you today were my very first clinical group ever. I remember being so nervous the day I met all of you and Donna in Nursing 212. Believe it or not, I was probably more nervous than you all were. Remember, you all have a special place in my heart. I am so proud of you and hope that you are proud of yourselves. Embrace your new discipline and don't forget the simple things that we do for our patients that will make such a big difference. Finally, I would like to thank my friends and family. They have not only talked me into going back for my master's degree, but have also been there for when I needed them most. These years have not been easy, but they have definitely been worth it. My husband Kyle and I have 4 children, which is a job in itself. The 5 of them deserve so much for being patient and working with me as I have achieved this goal. I am so thankful for them and can't wait for them to see me obtain my degree tomorrow. I hope they realize that they too can reach the stars if they want to. I wish you all nothing but the best as you either start your career as a nurse or progress in it. Congratulations, class of 2021. We did it.
I now want to introduce to you Dr. Taylor Grube.
Thank you to the graduates for your messages. The following students are receiving awards for their achievement in scholarship or service during or service sharing 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 now zero 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 sharing now zero. The award for Nursing Practice Excellent is presented to the nursing student who has demonstrated outstanding performance in practice excellence and professionalism. The recipient of this award is Allison Nicolosi. The RN to BSN Nursing Excellence Award. This award recognizes an RN to BSN student who has displayed educational commitment and academic excellence in pursuing his or her baccalaureate degree. The recipient of this award is selected by nursing faculty based on outstanding student performance and professionalism throughout the program of study. The recipient of this RN to BSN Nursing Excellent Award is Umu Kulabali. the Graduate Student Awards in Nursing for the Master of Science degree. These awards recognize excellence in programs of study for graduating MSN students in the nurse practitioner, clinical nurse leader, nursing administration, and nurse educator program awards. The award recipient is selected on the basis of the excellence in nursing scholarship, leadership, and professional service. The recipient will be outstanding throughout the program of study, including performance with the final internship and graduate project. Selection is determined by the nursing faculty. The recipient of the MSN Achievement Award is Heather Assisi. The recipient of the MSN Excellence Award for Advanced Practice is Oleid Olanian. Did I say that right? They're not here. Okay. Not here, okay, in absentia. The Student Nurses Association, otherwise known as SNA, is a professional organization dedicated to the development and support of students with an interest in nursing. SNA is affiliated with the Student Nurses Association of Pennsylvania and the National Student Nurses Association. SNA engages nursing students on campus and the community to provide community service and mentoring activities that reinforce the theoretical underpinnings learned in classroom and clinical and promotes health. All officers of SNA, please stand for recognition and applause. Audience, please hold your applause until all members are announced. Jordan Pfister, Brooke Adams, Julia Coochie, Corinne Frick, Corinne Frick, Corinne Frick, Nicorinne Frick, Frick, Nicorinne Frick, Nicorinne Frick, Nicorinne Nicorinne Frick, Nicorinne Frick, Nicorinne Berry, Nicorinne Berry, Nicorinne Berry, Nicorinne Fiffington, Hicks. And now we'll Upsilon Alpha Chapter of Sigma Theta Tau International. The Sigma Theta Tau Nursing Honor Society invites students for membership who meet criteria for scholarship and leadership. The organization is dedicated to the advancement of nursing through scholarship, leadership, and research. Will the members of the Upsilon Alpha Chapter of Sigma Theta Tau please stand for recognition and applause? Thank you. And now Dr. Dawn Goodoff will announce the recipient for the Daisy Faculty Award.
It is my pleasure to present the Daisy Faculty Award. The Daisy Foundation was established in 2000 by members of the family of Patrick Barnes, who died at the age of 33 from complications of ITP, idiopathic thrombocytopenic purpura. The Barnes family wanted to find a way to turn their grief into something positive. They believed nurses to be the unsung heroes that deserve special recognition and honor. So they created the Daisy Award for Extraordinary Nurses, and most recently created the Daisy Faculty Award. The purpose of this award is to recognize a nursing faculty member who exhibits commitment and inspirational influence over students. The nursing faculty and the students have an opportunity to nominate a nursing faculty member who meets the following criteria: exemplifies excellence and enthusiasm in teaching, learning, and nursing that inspires and motivates students, serves as a role model of professional nursing, develops collaborative working relationships with students and colleagues and members of the healthcare team, and exhibits fairness in interactions with the students. This year's recipient had nominations from faculty and students. One of our colleagues, Ms. Michelle Sayanga, shared that she has exemplified excellence in both her manner of teaching and her professional contributions in the clinical setting. I have witnessed her unwavering ability to maintain and elevate the profession of nursing through her interactions with faculty, students, clinical instructors, and others in supporting roles within the nursing department. I have had the privilege of observing her teach in the classroom, and she does so in a way that creates enthusiasm among the students, especially through a student-centered teaching philosophy. Her knowledge and expertise are highly valued by the students. One of her students agrees and shared that she was truly an inspiration during my nursing education. Her passion and love for teaching critical care was evident from the very first day. I want to thank you for everything you do, for your love of nursing and for inspiring nursing students every single day. Both students and colleagues agree that she exemplifies the qualities of a leader. She serves as a mentor to both students and faculty. She serves as a professional resource of vast knowledge and defines the professional nurse through her words and actions. The recipient of this award is Dr. Paulette Dorney. And I can't find my place. I would now like to have Reverend Jenica Borger please join us so she can lead us in the call to blessing.
I invite you to turn with me in your program to page 8 and join me in this call to blessing. We are gathered to remember Florence Nightingale and give thanks for her pioneering leadership of the nursing profession. We gather here to remind ourselves that many have shown us the way, been our mentors, and laid hands on us. We have been blessed by our teachers, by our patients, by our mentors, by our coworkers in many healthcare professions. Let us now renew our mindfulness that our hands are our means of communicating our care and our knowledge of healing. Let us join in the responsive blessing of hands together. Will all of the nurses please stand? Blessed be these hands that have touched life. Blessed be these hands that have embraced compassion. Blessed be these hands that have drawn blood and administered medicine. Blessed be these hands that have anointed the sick and offered blessings. Blessed be these hands that have comforted the dying and held the dead. Blessed be our hands, for they are the work of your hands, O Holy One. Having received the blessings of your hands, Go and be a blessing with all of yourself, remembering your training, your humanity, and your calling to serve all people with intelligence, energy, imagination, and love. Go now in peace.
Thank you. This concludes our celebration of nursing ceremony for our class of 2021. I would like to extend a special thanks to the Nursing Faculty Celebration Committee who planned and participated in the ceremony. A special thanks to our graduates, especially for their wonderful addresses to their peers. I want to sincerely thank you all for your compassion and understanding. We know this was not the celebration you had hoped for, as we had to limit attendance, and you were once again asked to sacrifice in those who were able to be here in person. Please know, we know how disheartening this is and was for your family, but we are so thankful we were able to celebrate your accomplishments this year. I want to thank our Moravian College president, Dr. Brian Grigsby. Yes. Our provost, Dr. Cynthia Coso, and our dean, Dr. Diane Husick, and a special thanks to our Moravian trustees for carving time out of your busy schedules and joining us for this special celebration. In addition, sincere thanks to Jenica Borger for providing the blessing of the hands, and of course, thanks to all of you for attending and celebrating with us this morning. Graduates, please proceed out of the auditorium first, followed by faculty and our platform party, and then other members of the audience. You may exit Johnston Hall, and we ask that you please proceed to open areas outside and away from the doors. Thank you, and please enjoy the rest of your milestone celebrations this weekend. Congratulations.